it won't stay together very long. So,
hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Friday Night Bricks. We are live. This is episode 107. And yes, I am still streaming on StreamYard. I have yet to figure out how to make Zoom work, so I apologize. So, but we are live. We'll see how long we go. I got my 1 or 2 hour nap earlier today. I must have laid down and fell asleep. Next thing I know, it was a couple hours later. So. And I didn't get any sorting done today. I did get some sorting done last night on one of the other streams. And so tonight, obviously, I have to decide, because I did take apart, I took off all my clear off of the sides of took all the clear off the sides of my castle wall, all the clear off the elevation change. So I guess figure out what I'm going to do with. I think I'm going to do white, but it means I got to change it. Not gonna be as vicious. There's Kittenville. Oh, Kittenville's playing in storage. Oh. I mean,
Kittenville.
Wow.
Hey. Yeah, I got a little bit done.
So is it? Oh, wow. So is your storage got like triple, quadruple, quintuple locks on it to make sure no one goes in there and messes up your order of all your parts?
Oh, well, we got security gate, and we've got these fancy snazzy locks you cannot cut out. So here, camera.
Oh yeah. So the other thing too, I guess, is it a dry storage? Because I was in one where I thought it was gonna be dry and it wasn't dry. Or is yours temperature controlled?
Temperature controlled. It stays 60 in the 60, about 62, 64 in the winter. And about 78 during the summer.
Cool. Bama's in the chat. Welcome, Bama. Pink Bucket Nation. Yeah.
Got all clowns.
So
no, I was in here last year whenever I streamed with you before too, and over at the I was in the 5x10 unit. And the owner power into this unit.
So all those bins over on the other side there, are those like the 60 drawer ones or whatever, where you're trying to like organize parts or what?
Yeah, you talk about the ones on this, the Lego. Yeah, those are the 40 bin storehouse, Harbor Freight specials. And I'm moving consolidating all my inventory from the Stanley cases. I'm going to be using the Stanley cases, but I'm not going to use as many. I don't know if you can see down there below.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to use probably 60 Stanley cases because I've made these special things where I can slide them in and out.
Yeah, Adam Savage I just watched one of the videos he was showing that. But so show me the black bins there, like with all the parts in them, like the tall ones. How many drawers are in there?
There's 40 per.
And then you get, where'd you say you got those Harbor Freight?
Yeah.
How much were those?
12 or 14. I can't remember. I got them on sale, and then they got discounts every now and then.
I'll have to take a look.
So sometimes I pay 12, sometimes I pay 14.
Yeah, I think I've got 4 or 5 of the ones kind of like what Kevin's got, but they're from Ace Hardware. So I think I have 4 or 5 of those, putting some parts in there the other night. So
yeah.
Oh, there we go. Somniac got his package. Sweet. That's good. I like when people get the packages I ship. The only one I'm Lego. I still need to look for your minifig, so I haven't shipped yours yet. But it's packaged. It's ready to go. I just need to look at figs. I mean, I guess I can maybe try and look at some of that tonight. It's hard to do on stream, and then. But I'm debating what to do tonight, either planning the castle upgrade or possibly building this set that I probably should sell. It's probably worth more money than it is to build it, but
I currently have Kittenville on the screen.
Yeah, I know. This one here.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think it's worth a couple hundred, but this doesn't help. Oh, this doesn't help down here. This hole. This must have happened in one of my moves or something. Because it was in really good shape, but it somehow got the, So, I mean, I might go
You
back
see
to
that modular Jang Bricks did that 3-in-1?
I don't know if I saw that.
Yeah, it's got the I can't remember. It's a new 3-in-1. I think it's the $50 set.
Yeah. Well, the other thing, Bama said he got 7 from Harbor Freight for 7 apiece because they were marked wrong. Well, actually, the thing is, though, I think what I'm going to do is with the castle, I originally was going to go super high on it. I think I'm just going to get high enough for. What's funny is I did it when I did it. I didn't plan far enough ahead, and so I made it. The current elevation in the far back is only 5 bricks tall or whatever, 5 basically studs tall. Problem is if I want to change to white, I mean the best thing would be if it was 6. So I think I'm going to go 6 high. I think for most of it, and then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and take the Memorial Tower and build a separate, a separate snow area, and then it'll sit. So I mean, I'm probably going to build it up and have it connect somehow to the current castle setup. It'll come off the backside where it's elevated, with maybe some snow bridges, but then have this kind of sitting way up there. Of course, I brought the observation level because there's no lights in it. And of course, it's the one with the Mr. Hinkle being chased dramatically by a herd of cat ladies. I don't know what's going on there. You probably shouldn't be holding, seafood when he's, running in front of cats, so. But it makes it a little bit better because, I mean, a couple of them are carrying whips. I mean, I don't know what that prerogative is, but, I had to have the observation deck, again, so, Kevin always likes to look at that, so,
I just got your package ready, Bama Bricks. I just packed it up.
I need to send you a bill too at some point.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Couldn't
for the rest of the CMFs.
Who's got the hand in the cookie jar? Who me? Couldn't be.
What? Who's talking cookie jar? What?
That's the song.
What's the what?
Nothing. Never mind.
I did send you my email for the or message for the Patreon thing though too. I don't know if you got that. So
yeah, Kevin was talking about making a layout for the shows coming up. He's talking about buying 2 of every Mario that comes out.
Oh yeah. That's still my plan. I did get your message read, so thank you. I am actually something that never in my life happened to me until now. I guess it's because now this is my job, but I never in my whole life used to actually go through an entire sketchbook. Like, you go buy a sketchbook, right? I never had a problem of actually using the whole sketchbook. Usually I eventually toss it, I get bored with it, I switch to a different paper, I get a different book. I've got like a stack of, but I started using these sketchbooks for marker drawings and submissions combined with the Patreon gifts. I've actually burned one entire, like all 50 pages. I've used all, like I have the 2 cardboard backings from the book. And I'm like, I've never done this before. Not even in art school did I do this. So I'm currently awaiting a order from Michaels.com for a new sketchbook so I can resume Patreon gift drawings because
that's fine. Yeah,
I use a marker paper for it.
No, that's fine.
I think the last sketchbook I had was probably about 30 years ago. And I used to go there, fill them up with. I make my own cartoons out of them.
Good.
I turn them into flip books.
Flip books. Nice.
I found one of my idea books. I think I have 3 or 4 of these, but I found these are the ones that I just went through when I was a kid. This one's got got most of the stickers intact. So.
Ooh.
I'm
gonna get everything settled up and ready for streaming on here. So I'm gonna turn my camera off for a little bit.
Sounds good.
So if somebody comes in and you need the space, you just throw me down there. It's fine.
Okay, we'll let you know.
I'll get things so it looks better than it looks right now.
Oh, okay. I mean, it looks fine. I mean, I've got kind of a mess myself, but hey. Mine's always a mess, though. On a couple of my.
Mine won't be in a couple of weeks.
Huh?
I said mine won't be in a couple of weeks after I get done counting all this Lego and getting all my boxes situated.
Well, I'm hoping I'm getting close to being done with my initial sort of bins pieces, but I think I've got a couple bins I just seem like I don't think I've been through, but I may have been through. So, because I've been going through those pretty heavily, because I know I've got a crap load of 17-gallon tubs. Some of them are getting close to full. I know plates, I got 3 tubs full of plates, or 2.5, and so I mean the slopes is overflowing and some of the stuff. So I mean I've got to do some stuff. Oh, I did come across. He grabbed pieces, and it reminded me. I actually grabbed. I grabbed some stuff when I was out at stores the other day. It's kind of funny because one of the guys, I can't remember his name. One of the employees back in Colorado, likes to build animals. And I mean, I'd have to look at I can't remember who it was. And I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but he liked to build, like, we had a couple of the animals that they did with the, like the Build-A-Mini and stuff. So he helped me build he was building something. I was hoping this would look less like a skunk and more like a badger. So I built kind of a couple of these guys, head turns and stuff. So I found my bag of all my little kits and stuff. So
yeah,
I took pictures of the build process when I did it. So it's kind of cool. Stumbled across that, and stumbling across all kinds of different things when I've been cleaning. It's entertaining. So I think I'll start by taking this stuff apart, these clear pieces. So these were all the walls on the elevated portion of the castle. So I'm gonna go to white instead of ice. Save some clear pieces. So this is the pile of pieces. So I just need to make some changes to the castle. So oh crap. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that.
Now I gotta go over and build up everything I got.
I need to look at something real quick here.
Oh, I got some stuff coming in from overseas. I found some. Jane Bricks did a video up on the divers set.
Yeah,
I think this past week, and gave me inspiration for my aquarium. So I got some yellow panel pieces that are going to be coming in, about 30 of them, to go and kind of sort of build an exploration center underneath the water.
What kind of panels?
The yellow panels for the submarine. The 6x6, they got angles to them. I can't remember.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the last kind of thing I ordered was the like the white 1x6x5 panels that I figured I could use for some elevation to the castle. So, I mean, I'd like to really get the castle up to the point where I could actually have some like like a dungeon and stuff. I might do that with that elevated section with the memorial tower. Maybe put it underneath that where I can actually use some white hinges and stuff in the base and open it that way. Just with the way the castle built, it's tough unless I really go crazy. And I don't know. I like the castle. I'd like to maybe make it a little bit smaller, but I think that's kind of with the extra year of building before Brick World. I guess I'll figure out what I want to do. Plus, if I decide to go to Bama, I need to make sure I don't make too many drastic changes I can't complete by January. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over and try to get mine built, expanded out to like 4x5 base plates. I know it's on one base plate right now.
Yeah. I need to find out with some of the guys from Whistler. I mean, one of the guys just dismantled his castle. I need to find out if he's actually going to if he's going to actually rebuild a new castle, or if he's going to kind of work on something else or whatever. So, man,
And the thing for next year is under construction. So you could have mixed match, things or kind of sort of incomplete and show it being built by a minifigure and still be within the thing.
Yeah, I'm not one of those things where it's great, but problem is too is then it's still I gotta transport it. So for me, it's one of those things where I don't think it really helps me too much to do that. I think
Yeah, my truck's only a 5x5, so it's gonna be tight in there whenever I pack everything in there. Of course, I got that camper shell too, but still, you talk about 5x5x4. It's still pretty tight.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking of no, I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about?
Transporting Lego to Bama.
Oh, I might actually go back to boxes. I've got all these 17-gallon bins and stuff. But with the ones from Home Depot, they got that overlap, and so you're losing. You don't think about it, but you're losing like whatever inch and a half. Inch and a half doesn't seem like much, but if you figure if you got 3 bins across, you're losing some percentage. And to me, they don't stack super well. They do lock together pretty well. But in the end, I don't know. I might think about going back. The only reason I went from boxes to tubs was the one year I couldn't rent a van to go to Chicago from Denver. I ended up with a truck. It was going to be in the bed of the truck. And in the end, even though I had tarps and all kinds of stuff, I think I still ended up with some moisture back there a little bit. And plus it rained, I think, one day. So it was just like, thankfully I had bins that made, unloading and transporting that much better.
Find some containers that are 11 cubed. That would be perfect to go there and slide a base plate in.
Well, there was, the one guy, actually, the other Kevin, he actually had some plastic ones I saw one year at one of the shows that was like, I think it might have been 20 by 20 square or something like that, by maybe 10 or 12 inches high. Those are really nice, almost like crate type kind of thing, but I think it was like, I think you got them on Amazon, and every time I've looked, I think they've been like retired. They were really nice because they were about that size that you could really put some neat stuff that stacked really well. If he shows up tonight, maybe he can dig him out. He can show them off. So because we're still missing him and Brickfreak and a few people. So
I'll finish building my crate. I'll probably go ahead and be finished building my crates. That way I can slide everything in and everything be custom built where I can slide it into that truck. But it'd just be nice to be able to have, something there for each section and then not take up a bunch of room.
Yeah. We'll see. The other thing too, I'm hoping this works better this week. This week's we're using the newer computer. You could see it earlier. The box for the hard drive, the ASRock was back here. And so, I moved the chip back over to that one, and there's Brickfreak. Oh, look at that. Brickfreak is here. Let's hopefully when he joins, I'll have to show him something when he joins.
Hello.
Yeah, how's it going, buddy?
It's going pretty good.
I found something while I was sorting, or while I was cleaning something in storage. Here you go. Don't lose your mind. Don't lose your mind, man. Woo-hoo.
That is a lot of red torsos and red pants.
Yep. Well, they're white hands and yellow hands. So this was Kevin would know these. These were from the one of the first Build-A-Mini type things. They had a little
Aren't
bar.
those used for Santa Claus normally?
Probably, yeah. And
Old Santa Claus figures.
Yeah, these came from grab bags early on. I think when they got rid of the first Build-A-Mini, it was like up by the registers and one of the first kiosks for doing stuff with Lego, one of the shop at home kiosks. When they got rid of that one, they actually retired. I think they retired all those pieces and they ended up just in grab bags and stuff because that was the way they got rid of a lot of stuff. Hey, Bubba, welcome. So, but so it's one of those things where I came across those because which color hands are you using, or are you putting custom hands on them?
I'm using medium nougat, I think that they're called.
Okay. So you're basically a flesh style hand. So okay.
Basically, yeah, kind of, yeah.
Well, worst case, if the chocolate rooms get so big that you need more of your Oompa Loompas, you know where to come. So
All right, cool.
because I mean, obviously they're just sitting in my collection because I couldn't figure out what to use all these red guys for. I mean, I could have an army of weird looking Santa dudes, I guess. I mean, I think half are white and half are yellow. I mean, obviously, I guess if I wanted to do a sig fig with a red shirt, I mean, I guess I got a bunch of sig figs here if I want to do red and red, but I'd look kind of weird in an all red jumpsuit, So unless of course I was, my sig fig was a Santa, but I think that'd be more like Kittenville doesn't have the beard for that, but someone else that wanted to be more of like a Santa sig fig. So hey, maybe Bricksmith, yeah. Remember, Kevin? Did you remember those, right? These guys? And your mic is off.
Yeah. Yep, I remember those.
Those were the first
webcam. Oh, look! As soon as I click the button, my color changes on the camera. It's great. Webcam settings. Show me the panel. Show me the panel. Nope, not that one. Not that one either. No. There we go.
You get like some fancy settings for your camera or something, or what?
No, it's one of Apple's scams.
Apple scam.
Apple scam. Hashtag Apple scam.
Hashtag.
I was like going crazy. I don't know if you've already heard me talk about this, but I was going crazy trying to record these videos for different purposes because I had very little control over my camera settings. And I'm like, there's got to be some control panels where I can control this stuff. And there just wasn't anywhere. And so I did some research and it was like, oh yeah, on Apple products, no. You have to buy a separate app that Apple produces. And that separate app is $8. And the app gives you all the normal camera settings you would have gotten elsewhere. And so
that sounds like
I
the Samsung Pro Tools scam.
Yeah, so I downloaded this it's a one-time $8 app. So I downloaded and it's from Apple. It's an Apple app. So I downloaded it and put it on my computer. And now I can control all the settings of my webcam. So it's just like, oh.
What kind of cam? Is it like a MacBook or something?
I can control any, like I couldn't even, like I have a Logitech webcam, but I couldn't control the Logitech webcam settings. I needed to have this app on my laptop to control that. But
why would you need? Oh, but is it a MacBook though?
Yeah, it's a MacBook.
Oh, so you needed an Apple thing to control a camera made by someone else.
Yeah. But I mean, it controls all of it. Like it controls the face cam camera on the machine and whatever. But so every time I start streaming, I have to open up the webcam settings and say activate, and then it gets all nice looking. Like, oh, there you go, there it is.
Well, I had my camera plugged into the USB 3.0 that I have on this computer, but it didn't seem to recognize the other day, so I don't know. So.
Is my picture lined up with my audio? It looks like it's okay. 1, 2, 3. Mic check, mic check, mic check.
Yeah, it looks fine.
It looks all right.
We made the big screen just for that mic check. It looked good. So
appreciate it. What's going on, dude? Jude? What's going on, Steve? Bubba Bricks?
I will read the chat as well because I probably have hellos in there.
You're the chat master, man.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Emma says it looks good, so you're good.
It's dirty.
What? Who's yelling?
Who is yelling?
I'm on the edge of my seat.
I'm guessing that's in the M Lego household. It sounds like.
I thought that was
because Kittenville's in storage.
I would be the one in my household that would be doing the yelling.
Brickfreak's camera's not on, so we wouldn't know. But it's usually in his room. Oh,
I'm eating McDonald's, so that's why I don't want people to see food.
Mr. Wagner is in the chat.
That was funny. That's
Okay.
good TV right there.
Hey,
Hey,
it's like my mom screaming down the stairs.
oh yeah, that's the best. Kittenville, you're in Oklahoma, right?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever gone to this this animal park that this whole Netflix series is all about? You know what I'm talking
Nope.
about?
Yep.
Because it's there, apparently.
Over in Wynnewood, I guess where it was.
Yeah, how far away is that from you?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'm on episode 8, I think, and I am hooked.
I have not had expressed any, even thought about even logging on. It's just
Well,
a
and
stupidity.
so
of it all.
it is pretty outrageous. It's pretty like ludicrous stuff. And I sat there and I was looking for something to watch, and I just kind of wanted to take a break because I was watching The Twilight Zone for weeks and weeks and weeks, and I was like, I want to take a break. Keeping in mind, I only watch an episode every 4 days or something like that, and so I don't binge watch anything. And so I was like, you know what? Let me watch this darn Tiger King that everyone's talking about. And so
I'd rather go there and watch old reruns of Sequest.
So I watched it just to go see what episode 1 was all about. And I finished the episode, and I'm not even kidding you. My mouth was left open. I was like, start episode 2. I was like, let's do this.
Well, usually whenever I turn the TV on and want to watch something other, and the kids are gone to sleep, and it's like I try to find something that I want to watch, not something that's on just because.
It is kind of interesting. It is an interesting train wreck if you want to take the chance.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna start my cam. I got a funny story. Okay, so I went because I just got off work probably 27 minutes ago. So I ran over to McDonald's because I needed food or whatever. And I told them my order, and then excuse me, they got my order incorrect, and so the guy's like, "Do you want some cheeseburgers?" And I'm like, "Sure." And he gives me a bunch of cheeseburgers.
You know, well, you can be like the cheeseburger.
I ate one of them, and now I have 6 in total.
He gave you 6 cheeseburgers.
All right, go get some Thousand Island dressing, and you can make your own Big Macs.
I'm gonna put them right there. I don't think I'm gonna eat all 6. I'm probably gonna eat them.
You can be like the cheeseburger guy from was it The Longest Yard, the Adam Sandler version?
Everybody, Brickfreak is living his best life today.
I just but this is what I'm gonna be working on or rebuilding tonight.
The Death Star?
Yep.
Well, man, if you'd have told me that, I'd have brought mine from storage. Is that the 10188, the original one?
Yes, sir.
Why do you want to build that?
I just have it's been destroyed in my closet for who knows how long.
Mine's still sitting in the box, the shipping box and everything from when I heard it was going to be retired. I figured I'd buy it. So,
The answer was because I feel like it. That's why. That's the answer.
Yeah. And right next to me, I got on my Hermione coaster, I have my Sprite.
I didn't really I built that once upon a time, and I was like, eh.
I've had this set for 8 years now.
I built it when the Park Meadow store opened, and I had about this much build area when I built it. So it was quite the entertaining build. So
Yeah. Just see what kind of stuff I can get done here.
We got nobody talking in the chat. We got no chatter.
no chatter in the chat. We only got 6 watching, so
We'll probably blind it.
I'll tell you a secret recipe I had back whenever I was younger. You go over and take the 69-cent cheeseburgers, you take the 50-cent fries, and you go over there and take the fries and put them on the burger. That's what I did.
French fry burger. I want that to happen.
Okay, let's all just calm down. All right, let's all just calm down. Everyone's getting a little excited.
About over my 6 cheeseburgers that I have.
that he cannot send to us because it's through the screen and we haven't developed that technology to work.
That's a good deal. Though.
Yeah, with Reed's cheese curds, he can put cheese curds on those cheeseburgers, and they'd be awesome.
Willy Wonka. We need like a teleporter, and I can send them to, and I can send these to you guys through the screen.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Building and Steve, is it sad that I'm spending my Friday night catching up on grading because these kids can't turn stuff in on time?
Yeah, they can't. My son, I got an email from my son's.
As a 6 patty burger. Oh my gosh.
He's taking a cooking class, and his cooking teacher was like, "Hello, your son has turned in no work for the quarter." I'm like, "Oh, of course he hasn't." Great.
There you go. Building
I'm
Steve
going to
says,
get out here and get back to work. I'll catch y'all later.
All right,
thanks,
bye.
catch you later.
What the heck just happened here? Okay.
So Brickfreak, Building Steve says unwrap each burger and put them together as a 6 patty burger. You know?
I read that and just started laughing. That'd be cool to recreate some cheeseburgers out of Lego.
Actually, I was actually going to suggest it during Kevin's stream today, but I didn't figure he'd probably want to draw it. I was going to say because I have a video somewhere of Master Builder Dan flipping a Lego built Krabby Patty when he was doing one of the SpongeBob Master Build event at Colorado Mills.
I drew Doodle Bob though.
This is my newest Lego purchase.
I drew Doodle Bob this morning.
Yeah, I was going to say draw a Master Builder Dan flipping a Lego built Krabby Patty, but I decided
That's not a cartoon. That's only got a cartoon element in it.
maybe that was going to be last week then. Maybe I don't remember what it was.
Do any of you guys have the spell Brickhead? Or yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah.
No, I don't know.
What?
I have the bell.
Yeah, the Brickheads things was kind of neat, but it's also like,
I found her on Bricklink, so I was like, I'll get her because why not?
Yeah, I didn't. I'm not.
I got her. Well, I have 2 of her just because I like the actress that plays her.
So
not the animated one, the live action one. I'm
not a big Brickhead either. Not a big fan.
I've got all the Potter ones. I've got the Back to the Future. I've got the Golden Retriever. I've got the Fantastic Beasts, the Incredibles, and then Joker, Robin, and the Statue of Liberty and Belle.
Is that a city set and Lego, or is that a creator?
I'm doing a set modification to the city set.
But it's a police helicopter city, right? One of the bigger ones. I recognize the build, Von. I don't know what set it's from, but I recognize it. I think I might have built something like that one time.
All right, let's see here. All right, this in a bag.
Yeah, see, we can almost see you through the hole, almost. No, yeah, when you pull it farther out.
Okay, up there, camera, and then my face.
Mike says he has 3 bells. Oh, Mike has 3 bells. Okay.
I've got 2. One of them is in I call it my backlog, up in my bedroom, but it's right there.
Oh.
I think Batgirl was the one I bought a bunch of, but just for the parts.
Yeah. Batgirl's cool. I don't have that one. I only have the ones that
I think that was the one with all the purple parts, so I think I have a crap load of her.
What about Joker? You could have got Joker and had more.
I have 3 or 4 of Joker, but Batgirl I bought like 20 or 30 of or something. So.
Okay, this instruction book, I forgot how big this is.
Yeah, it's a big instruction book.
Okay. Oh yeah, I gotta build the diagonal. I don't know what you call it. The monster.
Yeah. Oh,
right at step 10. Let's see. We need to find.
Uh-oh. So, Kevin, what are you going to do tonight? You going to do some drawing or some building, or what are you going to do?
I don't know. I think I'm going to just clean up down here.
Clean up.
Over the course, as per usual, over the course of the last couple weeks, my kids and myself have been messing up the area again. So I'm just gonna tidy everything back up again.
How's sorting coming?
Oh, I haven't done any of that.
I mean, that's kind of what I've been working on in spurts. Trying to get through the bins, and that's the bag I had last night on the Thursday stream. Or Thursday streams, because I hit a couple of them, was the one of the bins or something that I had actually. I think the old Lego bin I had. I think I was actually going to. I don't even know if I gave that to somebody. I think I might have. I didn't keep it, which I wish I would have. But the old wooden Lego sort type thing. I have one of those, and so I dumped it all into a giant bag and just sorted those last night.
I'm just gonna put these randomly here. These are the sets that I decided I don't want. So if anybody asks, yes, Kevin is selling these. I don't want them.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Java Palace Rancor almost would make a good pair to sell
How much
together.
do you want for the Rancor pit?
Well, you can't have it without the palace.
Oh yeah, I've got to have the palace too. Yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna be a pricey purchase here.
Well, I had a couple people reach out and they're like, I'm interested in the palace and the Rancor pit, and I gave them what I saw was low average, actually like $10 or $20 below the Bricklink average sell, and it was a little too high for people. So all right.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's like I had somebody recently ask about my current Facebook one, and he actually was like, your stuff's at 10% above Bricklink, and I replied and I go, I didn't really go look to see because I was doing cheapest US sealed.
Yeah.
Generally what I matched. Now, if it was less than retail, even though I kind of maybe got a deal on some of it, I still wanted to get close to retail. So I mean, it's almost where the Eiffel Tower is the exception, but if you look at Bricklink on the Eiffel Tower, that one on Bricklink, the cheapest on Bricklink is $500, and that's without instructions and without a box. And it's like, without instructions for $500, and people are wanting to offer half of that. I'm like, well, okay, well.
I was able to. Butt Chop was able to purchase my Temple of Air Jitsu.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, so I already shipped it out to him. He did a stream last night where he built it.
Oh, he's already got it, huh? When did you talk about that? Last week?
Is that Sans?
I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah, it sounds like Sans. I can't tell because I can't see him, but it definitely sounds like him. So I'm guessing it's got to be him.
You can neither confirm nor deny if it is indeed Sans.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know if it's an imposter Sans.
confirm or deny that this is Sans here tonight.
I just I would assume then you send out a whole bunch of invites through email to a bunch of people with Sans in their email address.
We are all Sans.
Well, and the reason those are like Bama says they're two awesome sets, but they've gone up in value. And the problem is I think there was a lot of controversy when they first came out, and so I mean their tenure on the shelves at the Lego stores I think were even hindered a little bit by the amount of bad publicity a couple of them the Palace got. So yeah, it's one of those things where they'll always be worth something. I mean, those are kind of sets you're kind of surprised they don't go back and redo, but since they keep doing the Star Wars universe and it hasn't gone anywhere, those would be a cool one to redo. Reactivate that mold,
Speaking of cool, thank you, Reed, for the additional thing in the package you sent me. I got it earlier this week.
You gave Sans extra goodies?
No, because one of the prizes was you were drawn for the 200 the 100th episode, and the other one was the
Despicable Me thing, right?
2-year.
Yes.
One was 2-year anniversary, and one was the 100th episode. So.
Oh wait, I didn't realize I won 2 things.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Because basically, let me look. I gotta grab my calendar.
That was that thing that Stan won months ago, right? He never sent you his address or whatever.
No.
Well, one of them. That was the one that. No, it wasn't just Sans because that was the one I was waiting on. I wanted everybody to pick in order, so I was waiting on a few addresses for that one. So, the first one was the 100th episode, and that was the. You got the the Star Wars kit, and then you got the Minions kit for the 2-year mark.
Oh, well, neat. Either way, thank you.
That was the one where I did the big list, and I actually have the video out on my channel, and I did it 5 or 6 times, and your name was the last one to come up. So you won the Minion set. Yep. You won a copy of
Sans is enjoying some lovely sunshine.
Hey, what's up?
I gotta actually. I do have another person. Looks like Friday night.
Are you talking to me?
Friday Night Tricks. I don't know who that is.
Are you talking to me?
Sounds like a loser.
Who the heck?
Got him.
I don't know who this person is.
It's you know who it is. We all know who it is.
We all know.
We
all know who he is just from the fact of
We
names he uses continually. So yes. Ooh, look, Sans is doing an outdoor shot tonight. I like that.
Yeah,
I like
sure.
Sans, you remember when you used to make videos?
Do you remember that time you didn't bring up stuff that was irrelevant to what's going on right now?
It's not irrelevant. I missed your videos.
I still make them. They're not up for the average consumer.
You make them, you just don't put them anywhere?
No, I've been lazy. It's only been 2 months at most.
Yeah, I haven't made a video in a long time.
2 months. 2 months in internet time is like a century.
Yeah.
Long enough to lose your entire fan base.
Oh,
Hey, Sans, building with Steve says, Sans, get off your roof.
no.
Wow, look at that. Is that close amount of water actually part of the river, or is that something that's not supposed to be there?
Yes, it showed up last night. It's kind of freaking me out. That's why I'm on the roof. I'm worried it'll just keep growing, and I'll need someone to helicopter me off the roof.
Wait, you're on your roof for real?
Yeah. Yes. Stands on the roof. Yeah.
Well, there was a ladder, and I couldn't not use it.
You know, I take it back, Stans. If you're gonna join live streams from the roof of your house, I'm okay with you not posting videos.
That would be a live stream from the roof.
I don't have to be the only one on big screen. This is I'm vertical, so it's not the greatest shot right now.
That's fine.
And yeah,
I like the idea of having some outdoor shot, outdoor shot part of the stream. I thought that was nice.
The heck is this?
now when it's on big screen on just myself, it doesn't help with my narcissism.
I'll have to do some. Outside streams this year, maybe, perhaps. I don't know if I'll go on the roof though. I mean, that's kind of. I don't know if I get the whole computer setup looking really nice.
Well, like I said, there was a ladder there, and I couldn't not use it.
Building with Steve Sands, I think you're being serious for once about being worried about flooding. I find it so weird hearing you being honest, serious for once. So.
I had some other undisclosed people that I will not divulge their identities when you ask me, Sands, who were like, "That Sands guy, is he like for real, or like is he like in a character at all times?" And I was like, "Welcome back to learning about Sands for the first couple months."
There are great questions in life, but sometimes they're better left unanswered.
I have educated. I said, no, that's just. I know exactly what you're thinking because I thought the same. But, no, this is just Sands. This is how Sands is.
So, Sands, what have you been up to lately? Anything or?
Well, I'm on a roof, so there's that.
He's up on a roof right now.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that enough for you?
Well, I was like Lego wise. Are you building anything or?
Wait, in the span of us talking, did Kevin Wagner take a screenshot of Sands and now that's his icon?
Great.
That's quite impressive. I'll admit, that's quite impressive.
Yeah, that's the other Kevin for you.
Oh, well, look at me. I'm almost smirking in that. Oh boy. What a screenshot that is.
A good screenshot it is.
Oh no, you're gonna get restarted.
Use it for a spray, young fellow.
There it is.
I've not felt the need to jump off a roof before, but it is starting to set in.
Jump your shell.
Yeah, no, yeah, I agree.
Here's the
That continues at least.
Find something soft, you shit.
I don't think Yoda would condone suicide.
Oh, it's only if I'm head first.
suicide. It is not. But Jedi Elite, it is.
Sam, did you watch the last season of the Clone Wars?
Yes, I did.
Is it worth it?
Yes, it is. Well, what do you mean? Is it worth it?
It's
Watching?
the best season of Clone Wars by far.
I feel weird because I watched the whole series and then I wrote it off as the series is done, and now I'm told, oh, there's another season, and I don't know how I feel about it. So I'm just wondering if it's worth me going back.
Is it another season or is it the last part of season 6?
It's another season.
Yeah, because I think season 6 and the new episodes are the best Clone Wars.
I just feel like I've already gone so far past that in the Star Wars whatever that I'm
Just watch the last 4 episodes, Kevin.
Have you read the Ahsoka novelization?
No.
Then you should watch it.
The last 4 episodes, if you watch no other Clone Wars, watch the last 4 episodes of the new season.
Did you watch the animatics when they came out, when the series was canceled?
No.
Oh, then definitely watch the first 4.
What, the first 4?
Just watch it all. Why not? Why hop around?
Reed, how do I change my name in here?
That's the thing is you don't change your name.
I think you have to maybe.
You can't change it back.
Yep. Yeah, you have to go back out and then I think come back in. I think.
All right.
Yeah, it's not Zoom. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You see what Bama Brick said there, Sans?
Yeah, I laughed at that.
That's how you get the likes.
Jab on the way down. I'm pretty sure that's what got the Paul brothers big.
That's like Doc Samson level thinking. Will I get the views? Will
I get the views? You know, Doc's virtual news is exciting. However, it scares me.
It's pretty cool. I like it.
You're frightened.
Well, see, usually when something I said on a stream, usually that stays on the stream. It's not brought back up. And Doc categorizing and logging them away and then sharing them with everybody, that scares me because if I slip up, which I will, he'll be there. And I'm worried for that.
He is servicing the community.
I have to skip a few steps because I don't know where pieces are. But
all right, everybody, enjoy. Here's our Aston Martin James Bond car. It's been fun. It's been up for a few weeks.
Drop test.
Drop test.
Drop test.
That's gonna get demolished.
I bid $1.
You bid $1.
Oh, are you auctioning it now?
No, I'm not. These sets though that I just so happen to have in shot. These are all available for sale. I don't want any.
You can put the car on the ground and just push it with your foot up to a wall and see if it what the crash test stability is. You know?
I have a couple sets for sale. If anyone is interested.
Reed,
are you interested in $1?
You should host a virtual yard sale on your channel.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea.
That would be cool. But, then you could just PayPal the person or whatever. That would work.
Yeah, I
guess you'll get the money when I get the package.
Yeah, that's how that works.
What is that? Is that how it works over in Europe and Asia?
You know what? It might. I'm not a big proponent of living in Europe or Asia, but that's probably how it works.
That's what I always do whenever I do my Amazon. I always click that little box that says I don't pay until I get the product. But unfortunately, they never ship me anything.
What is that?
If it weren't rounded, it was Reed leaning over his table. It looked like he was vomiting. So I would have. I think I cut off. So. Never mind.
Huh. Not gonna lie, I kind of feel like Sly Cooper up here.
Sly Cooper. You caught the lightning in the bottle with Sam's Sans' profile in real time. I don't know
In
if you were
real time.
to repeat it in the same stream.
I know. Wow. If we were in Zoom, this would be a whole different
Well,
story.
catch it when I dab jumping off the roof, because then it'll be really good.
When I
It'll be like one of those pictures right before a major tragedy. You know, like okay. Before I say it, I'm not comparing myself or saying it's a worse tragedy or even on the same level. But you know the picture of the cities in Japan right before they're bombed, the same angles. You know what I'm talking about with the archway and.
Slow down, butt chop.
Well, no, it's historical. I'm not.
Next week on Virtual News, Sans says
compares his big imaginary death to the nuking of two cities.
Hiroshima
and Nagasaki. Don't forget the other one.
And Nagasaki, both, yes.
How many people died? It's about the same.
Same as Sans.
Well, maybe 2 months ago if you had more of a following.
I have more subscribers now than I did 2 months ago. Every time I upload, I lose subscribers.
It depends if he lands on an anthill or not.
Is your brother filming you up there on this stream so you can add it to some kind of vlog later?
No, but if you want to be on a little bit of an insider secret, I do have some footage already edited and ready to be uploaded of me doing something on the roof from a few weeks ago.
Got it. Very good.
Yeah, Building with Steve, those episodes are the ones that were in the original run that never got made. So I think they were better than what it would have been in that, but they were going to show up one way or the other, sadly. The episodes with the sisters.
Wait, what are you talking? Oh, you're talking about Clone Wars. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What do you mean when you even say sisters? Is that a spoiler? Like, I don't know what that means.
No, he's talking about two sisters that take up one of the 3 arcs.
Okay. Are they main characters, or are they just some?
For one arc, they are.
All right.
Let's not spoil it any further. I was just responding to Building with Steve.
Got it.
I found Groot in my Death Star bin for some reason.
Steve, when I said something bad, I meant like the accidental use of a racial slur or something.
The accidental. I think the accident is you saying accident.
Well, I wouldn't want to say it on purpose. Well, if it's intentional, then I intentionally said it, and it's out there. But if it's accidental, I don't want my image to look bad, of course.
Of course.
Are you actively working to
Listen, I can't say a whole lot of details. I have people for that. The boys back at the office might get a little bit miffed with me.
Are you talking about your chickens?
I forgot. I mean, we used to have so much fun with the chickens. I forgot about that.
They are not boys. They are hens.
The Sans PR team. They're responsible.
Sans PR team.
Can you see the hen house from the roof? You know.
You can. But you know what? You're not going to see from the roof today.
Oh.
We already did.
Okay.
All right.
Can we see your car? Do you have a car, Sam?
You mean a panty dropper?
Yeah.
No, you cannot see it.
Oh, but you have one.
I do.
Another random thing I found in the Death Star box is a dinosaur.
You know what?
Imagine all the things I can see from the rooftop of Sans domicile.
Well, not much. Not much of interest. Well, I do have a car, and its unironic name is now the panty dropper. That came about accidentally.
Okay. So there is.
Is that what he said afterwards?
There is so when my younger son started going to kindergarten, I would walk him to school every day because the school is just right down the road, and he didn't take the bus. He started taking the bus in first grade, but in kindergarten I walked him, and there was
it uphill both ways?
No, but I would walk him over there, and there was another dad that always got there at the same time. He drove a truck, and he did have a sticker on his truck that says "Panty Dropper," and I was like, man. Every day, and I remember the first time my wife had to take my son to school, and she was like, have you seen this other truck that one of the dads drives? I'm like, yeah, I've seen it.
Well, mine's ironic. It's a 99 Ford Taurus. It is not a panty dropper, believe it or not.
Would you say most of the things in your life are ironic, Sans?
Sure.
The other thing that was weird, I mean, I don't know how I feel about it, is, I mean, I think he was married, or at least he had a girlfriend, and so she would have to drop off the kid sometimes. So she would drop the panty dropper car or the panty dropper truck, and I'm like, this is weird. This is just odd.
Oh, so homosexuality is weird, Mr. Hinkle. Wow, this is going in virtual news.
I mean, it was clear that she was in a relationship with the guy, so I'm like,
I'm sorry, but I have to report this to Doc. You know it. You know I have to.
You have to add him?
No, I'll just slip it to him as disclosed information, and he'll pay me for it later.
Ooh, put it in like a print out a screenshot, put it in an envelope, and mail it to him.
Is that like passing notes in school type thing?
No. Mailing is too risky. We have a black box.
Steve says my friends called my first car the honey wagon because it got me all the fly honeys.
Right. So about the panty dropper, I said it as a joke to my sister to lighten the mood while we were at the hospital, while my grandma was there in a coma, dying.
As you do.
As you do. And then she proceeded to tell everyone there. And seeing since my grandma was in a coma at the hospital, dying, there was a lot of family members there that I don't see that often or interact with that often or in many, many years.
I feel like as long as I've known you, Sam, which isn't a long time, but I feel like one of the other faults of your whatever you want to call it is that you take the opportunities to lay down some funny jokes or sarcastic comments, and then people such as myself will take those comments and they are now like the Sans canon, and we share them out with the masses, and you're like, I was not expecting anyone to take that one throwaway line and now turn it into my life for the next couple months.
Right, like the bridge.
Oh, I forgot about the bridge.
The bridge. I'm on a bridge. That's a different bridge.
Oh, you are
completely irrelevant.
You are no longer on a roof.
No, well, about that.
Ooh, nice.
Where is everybody? How many people are watching today? What do we got?
Oh, we got 8.
8 people. Everybody is somewhere else right now.
All right. You want to know the funniest, or the unfunniest part about the panty dropper thing and my sister telling everybody that I made that joke?
I'm ready.
My grandma never woke back up to hear it. But
Well, you're on a roll tonight, Sans.
Oh boy.
Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and now
dead grandma.
Was that this year?
Yeah, that was like 5 months ago.
Oh, 5 months. Well, so not this. Well,
Hey Kevin, what Mr. Wagner? Is that your setup you showed off last weekend?
it is.
Just change the subject. That's cool.
Yeah. This is my Star Wars layout that I threw together overnight.
Listen. It's fine if I joke, or it's fine to joke about it if I'm joking about it. So it's all right for you to all laugh. You will be terrible people for it, though.
If only we were in a society where you could laugh at what you wanted to anymore.
I laughed.
Fix Batman in my Death Star box.
Oh.
It's
Looks like it's your minifig go-to box. It sounds like.
It's very strange. I find weird things in here. I found Groot. I found this thing, which looks like maybe Brainiac's ship, I'm guessing.
How does this stream already have 3 dislikes?
Sorry.
A dinosaur.
One for each bomb and grandma.
It's all Sans 3
Found
now.
part of the 2012 night bus. Like, I don't know. Well, I've had this box. It's been in a box probably for about 7 years.
I was going to say it sounds like the Empire is getting desperate and they're recruiting just about anybody to fight the Rebel Alliance.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of funny. Did you know the Empire was specious?
What is this in the rebellion?
Huh?
Why are you dissing the rebellion?
I'm dissing the Empire.
We got Groot in the Empire. What Empire is this?
I don't think anybody heard my fun fact.
No, we.
The Empire was speciest. They didn't like non-human things.
They were completely speciesist.
Yeah.
Yes.
But not racist. That's completely different.
Yes, sir.
Well, they were pretty racist in the original trilogy.
What are you talking about?
What African American or Hispanic did you ever see on the Empire side?
That, if I knew the names of them, other than Ray Sloan, which was a Grand Admiral, one of the highest positions you could become, other than a Darth Lord.
In the movies, you don't ever see any.
She was there during the original trilogy. It counts.
Not if it's in novelization. You look at the
Okay,
books.
man. The 70s were much different time.
I'm just saying the Empire was also racist.
I mean, no.
Yeah.
They had representation of other various races.
They only did for the rebellion and for Cloud City and for.
Listen, you don't know who was under the helmet of the stormtrooper.
Right.
They were all clones.
No, they weren't.
They could. Well, when you look
They're
at
not clones. I know.
The clones were quickly phased out when the Empire was established.
I don't know how quickly they were phased out, but they were phased out.
Within a few years.
I'm gonna be
general number when it comes to Star Wars.
Well, I don't know the exact number. I'm sure there's one out there. I don't know it.
Well, someone might say it, but I don't think they ever establish in the novels when that exactly is. It's probably just vaguely mentioned.
It was very shortly after the Empire wanted a strong running blanks for the words.
Yeah.
Passion and support.
Bama says there was a dislike as soon as the stream started, probably because I'm not on Zoom, but
Yeah.
Well,
if I could dislike this, I would.
I say kick off whoever doesn't have a camera on.
You think it's from a Zoom employee? It's like, how dare you not use my platform?
Well, they're responding slowly to my issues, but
That's because Zoom has a lot of issues right now.
I think they're a little busy.
it hasn't worked. I mean, it used to be like when I emailed them the last time. I said it used to be point and click, and now it's like open heart surgery, and I really don't want to perform open heart surgery on my computer every night just to stream. So,
That's pretty crazy.
They say the only way to get better is to practice.
Open heart surgery.
Practice open heart surgery. Yeah. Well, I practiced open heart surgery on my computer the other day. I mean, it's running.
Well,
it's got an SSD drive in it. That's why I'm able to have, for the first time in 107 episodes, I've got StreamYard, Band, Slack, and Facebook all open at the same time, and the stream is not glitchy as far as I'm aware. So.
Wow, it only took 107 weeks.
Yep, I know.
Oh no, 108 because you actually had a hiccup a few weeks ago. I wanted to keep the lore and the canon together consistently.
Building with Steve, I don't take anything Disney says for fact at all. I don't care what they made canon and what they did.
Oh my God!
If you look at
as soon as you drop $4 billion, then you can complain about who gets to decide the canon.
Oh, they didn't decide the canon. They threw it out.
Anybody can answer this, but who do you think Lando has children in the universe?
Canonically he did, yeah.
I rewatched episode 9 last night.
No, he didn't have children. He never in the novels. If you go into the Disney version, then sure, but not in the.
I'm sorry, sir. You can argue as much as you want, but until you drop the $4 billion 6 years ago, then you can decide. But until that happens, please refrain from arguing about canon.
I don't agree with them at all, and I don't value anything that they've got. The movies have been garbage, other than Rogue One and Solo. So.
You must get along really well with Butch.
No, I'm not making blatant random comments about Star Wars fans and all that. I'm just saying that they
you're a more mild version of him.
That's the biggest insult I've heard all day, Sam.
No, but isn't that exactly Butt Chop's position? Is it's only the originals, nothing after Certainly nothing Disney era. He's been pretty adamant about that positioning.
Yeah, and then all the Legends junkies don't bring up something that's better because Legends was completely out of its freaking brain.
Half the Legends was very good.
Bull crap! You did not read half the Legends.
I read every novel after Return of the Jedi except for one trilogy.
I don't believe that for a second.
That's fine. You don't have to.
Out of the hundreds of books that they released throughout the 3 decades, you read every one except one trilogy?
That was after Return of the Jedi. I didn't read the movies between the prequels and the original trilogy. Or read the books, I should say. So I got most of the way through the Vector Prime series, and then I didn't finish the last 3 or 4 books in that. So you read all of those books, but that's not nearly half of what Legends was. You got to get into the crap that was ridiculous. Oh, like the Yozan Vong, so you do know about them. I do know about the Yozan Vong, and Chewbacca getting smashed by a planet, and Anakin and Jaina.
Oh, let's talk about that time Yoda took over the Death Star and crashed it into a planet, killing billions. Let's talk about that in Legends. Let's talk about how Luke fell in love with his X-Wing computer.
What?
No. Let's talk about the astromech that was force sensitive. You want to talk about all that stupid stuff and then complain to me how the current canon is so bad?
Is that real?
Yes!
I don't even know what to think anymore after what you said.
About who being force sensitive, Sans?
An astromech, a robot.
Oh.
Oh my!
As I said, there were some things in there that weren't very good. But
Some
they had
things.
a good storyline, much better than what they came up with the post-school series.
You may not have recognized me due to my force sensitive abilities.
My force sensitive abilities made you go loopy.
So I don't understand because I didn't read any of that stuff. I didn't do any of that stuff.
So,
like, is that like?
There are definitely anomalies. There are definitely books out there that have some stupid concepts, which is going to happen anytime. But it was more the rule that the Thrawn books were really good. The X-Wing books were really good. There were a lot of good storylines out there, and the main storyline followed Leia and Han's kids that were Jedi. Luke built.
Oh, you want to talk about the next generation? Yeah, let's talk about them. How they did the same exact storyline as the sequels and original trilogy. That one of them, another Skywalker screwed over the entire universe, went to the dark side, and at the end was ultimately converted back, like the last 15 dudes.
So can I ask, in the before Disney was in the picture?
Yep.
Was all that stuff, like all the books, was that all like canon?
Every card game, board game, video game, comic, postcard.
Force Unleashed.
It was canon.
And it all worked together?
I have a theory, guys.
Not everything. I mean, it's like the Marvel universe where there's stuff that happens where it's kind of hard to reconcile. But the main storyline, like, you knew what was going on with the characters within the universe, with the Empire, with the Fringe. I mean, there was a lot of stuff going on, but it was all interconnected. And yes, you've got anomalies. You've got things that didn't make sense. You've got things that were downright stupid. But the majority of it was good. There were a number of series that were very good, that were very enjoyable. And what we're left with now is, which I haven't read the comics, I have to confess that. But when they started rewriting everything in the entire history that I knew, I had a hard time switching over to that. But but other than Rogue One and Solo, there's been nothing particularly redeeming about what Disney's done since then.
I think that's a very biased and closed-minded statement for you to say if you haven't been looking into any of it.
I'm sure that the comic books are probably, I've heard very good things about them, but the problem is they're totally rewriting everything within the era that I know all of the other history from. So it's much harder to read that and completely undo everything that I've known. So
no, you don't have to undo it. Disney did it for you.
Should be the hallmark of the series, and the movies are really bad.
So you do know what franchise this is, right?
Correct, and the original trilogy was fantastic. Revenge of the Jedi was good.
I think you got to take your rose-tinted goggles off. All the Star Wars movies are bad.
Oh, Sans. Now you're turning into Butt Chop.
No, I love Star Wars. I
Yeah,
love
it was-
watching and reading about it, but I am not above saying that it's a bad movie franchise because it's
No, it's
not
not.
very great.
The money, it has to be good.
Nope. Star Wars and Empire are very good movies. Return of the Jedi isn't as good, even though I really enjoy it. And then you get into the prequels, which are a whole different story. So
I like Revenge of the Sith in Episode 1. Episode 2 is not that great. That's just me.
the Lando Calrissian Adventures, those were yes, I did like Solo, Steve. The Lando Calrissian Adventures, those were some of the first things that were written. That had, what was that, Lebot or whatever his droid.
Lobot.
No, it wasn't Lobot. It was
Oh, L3?
Yeah, L3. Yeah, and the original Han Solo trilogy was okay. And Extended Universe was not trash. I disagree with that. So
Not all of it was bad, but there was. Just
that's
to
a
say
problem.
it's better and you not looking into both of them is not a very fair statement to make.
the movies have kind of destroyed the world of Star Wars past Return of the Jedi.
So you want to talk about past bad Star Wars movie? Let's talk about the Ewok movies or the holiday special.
Yeah, that holiday special, I was just
Fine.
about to say, like, hey, let's talk about that.
That's fine. Like I said, there's some bad stuff out there, but the problem is that the episodes 7, 8, and 9 are like, so the first 3 movies aren't very good movies, but they establish the universe, like the prequels. They establish the universe. You know what's going on. It matches into what it makes sense with what's going on with Star Wars Empire Return, and it fits in, and it works with Star Wars Empire Return. When you get into the postquel trilogy, it's like all of a sudden you have no idea what happened past then. You've got this Empire clone that you don't know anything about. You don't know what happened between those movies. It's all and I did not like Episode 7. So the movie,
And
it was a good movie. It wasn't a good Star Wars movie.
You would know more about the movies and what's taken place if you read the books or comics like
True,
you
and
used
I mean
to.
the Clone Wars vastly improved the prequels, so that made a huge difference. But the movies themselves completely changed everything within Star Wars for 7, 8, and 9. They really completely switched up the whole universe after the original trilogy. So, and not in a good way. And without the movies as that base, it's hard to delve into all this other stuff and use that to justify everything. So, and like I said, I understand that the prequels aren't that great of movies, but they still maintain that Star Wars universe. They were still Star Wars movies, and still they maintained the overarching storyline. So,
how do they maintain when those movies came out? And even today, people were upset about explaining the Force and making it scientific instead of magic based.
yeah, the midi-chlorians.
Or how they butchered favorite characters, or how they had to shoehorn every character into every place, even though it wasn't necessary. They could have just met up in the future. What about all those complaints of the prequels?
Wait, which characters were they shoehorning in?
Oh, like R2-D2 and 3CPO being plopped into every main character place.
Yeah, that's what the movie was about. The droids. Movies were about the droids to George Lucas in the beginning. So.
What?
So we can keep arguing the whole time. So
Yeah.
it's fine.
Let's talk some Lego stuff. I mean,
Yeah,
other than
I'm voting the Lego Death Star.
yeah,
Lego Star Wars canon?
how ironic that we're building the Lego Death Star, and
Yeah, it's very ironic.
but, hey. So, Mr. Wagner, what are you working on tonight? Are you still working on your chip?
trying to clean up from what I did last weekend.
How did that go? I checked in for a couple rooms, but I didn't really do a lot.
The Guilds of Historica went really well. For the Star Wars room, I had the bill put together, but it's all the vehicles were set, so I didn't have much to talk about on those. And there weren't a lot of people asking questions, so I felt like I was a boring hour on there. So
Well, the guilds are out. I did stop in for that a little bit. Now, is that a collab type group or something? I guess that's what I'd like to know more about. I mean, I guess
the Guilds of Historica is a sub forum under history on Eurobricks, and there were 4, and now there are 5 guilds that are established with kind of the type of climate, the area they are, the type of people that live there, kind of what their culture's like, and then people will select a guild to live in, and then they'll create their signature figure and then build the story around that character within the guild. And so those have been going on for 7 or 8 years now, and there's thousands of builds in the Guilds of Historica for characters that are in that realm. So,
Oh, okay. So if that's so I would have if I wanted to build like a character, you kind of you build a character and then you build something around it. Like in terms of my stuff, I'm like on an ice or snow.
yeah, you probably. So there's a McGuardia is a guild that's kind of in the north, kind of mountainous, lots of lakes and doors. So you probably establish yourself in the far north of McGuardia, and you would just say, "Here's my main character, and here's my Ice Bear Castle," and there are challenges that you can build for. There are little things you can do, like oftentimes it's show what your home looks like, or your fortress or castle, or show what your troops look like, all that.
Pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Yeah, because I listened to a little bit of it. I stopped in, and it was pretty good. One of the guys was going over his castle and stuff like that, so I thought that was pretty cool. I stopped in. I mean, I obviously didn't watch all of this stuff, but I mean, I stopped in and whatnot. I think I was might have been sorting or something out at storage, and I stopped and listened to a little bit of it before I continued on what I was working on. So,
did Sans leave?
Yeah, but I think I've got someone else maybe in the green room.
And building with Steve, I know I can't pretend they're not canon. I just throw away everything, or I just kind of ignore everything past Return of the Jedi. So the Mandalorian's phenomenal, and that still fits in with the Rebellion era. So I try to take what I can and go with that, and I don't really worry about the episode 7, 8, 9 and stuff in that era. So I don't really buy the Legos. I just focus on the Legos from the first 6 movies. So.
And you're building pretty much mocks anyways, like most of us, right? I mean, you'll buy a few sets in there, but mostly mock.
I still have the fighters and the vehicles as sets, but I'm planning to customize all of them. I just haven't done it yet.
That's kind of like the city. I mean, they buy the city vehicles, and then the goal is to try to customize them to make them look unique within the city. I mean, that's kind of, that's what my goal would be to hopefully have. Like, that's why I buy some of the mechs from Ninjago and all that stuff, is so I can take the mechs and maybe give the have a chance to take the ice bears and give them some more stuff to work with. So I mean, that's kind of what I do. So
yeah. See, I'm planning on building. Like, I don't think the fighters aren't quite at the right scale. I'm looking to put a lot more detail into them, like for the X-wing, Y-wing, all that. I just haven't put forth the effort to actually do it.
No. Well, my goal is to obviously get some changes made. I mean, obviously, like I said, I think I want to try and make give the Memorial Tower a different jumping off spot for the castle. So that way, I can kind of, if I want to get rid of the town, I can get rid of the town, but then I don't have to worry about getting rid of key elements in the castle, which is the tower. So rather than trying to raise the whole thing up a ton, it might be easier to make one other element that'll be easier to describe and take apart, show off. So, it's not. I'm finding all kinds of elements. It's because I keep stumbling across all the bricks with studs on the side and all that stuff. So I've been finding tons and tons of bricks. So it's not like I don't have brick. I keep finding more.
What if you spray paint the castle?
No.
You would have an entirely different castle concept with just 1 or 2 coats of spray paint.
Well, he has a pretty different castle concept as it is.
No, from his current one.
Yeah. No, I'm good. It's pretty unique as it is. I don't really need to That's basically what I did. I took my translucent black spray paint and actually sprayed some of the elements at one point. So
Have you heard of my friend glow-in-the-dark spray paint?
I have lights. I don't need glow-in-the-dark spray paint.
Yeah, back to building with Steve again. Yeah, I know. There's good stuff in both. It's just I'm so attached and invested in the original pre-Disney that I just stick with it and just go with that. So I know there's bad stuff in there. I know there's stuff like that doesn't make sense, but I just kind of phase out the stuff that I disagree with.
Zoom is in the chat. Welcome. Maniac for Bricks is in the chat. Welcome.
Uh-oh.
I like when Sans says uh-oh. What's the uh-oh for, Sans? What's going on, man?
Joey's here. That's uh-oh.
That's why would that be uh-oh?
Because Joey is on a downward spiral, willing to ride this to death just to make it on one appearance of Doc's new news show. He is willing to do anything and everything possible, even that means compromising his very character, his core, as long as he makes an appearance on Doc's show. That or I just made it up as I was going along.
I guess we'll find out what he says in the chat. Maybe we'll find out.
If he says anything other than "you right," I will be shocked. Shock, I say.
Well, we can't have a shock Sans. I mean, that was just.
Did we lose Mr. Hinkle?
He's cleaning.
Did he putting kids to bed?
That's a good question. Did he say that during my hiatus?
He could be doing that. I'm not sure. It is 9 o'clock out there.
We were kind of hogging the stream for a little while there.
So I mean, he's got his Y-wing UCS that he had finished momentarily before the stream started. So, but
Tell me he's been slacking this whole time and not building a single thing.
perhaps.
Oh, Shane, Mr. Hinkle. Poor Shane.
Ken, are you building anything?
Listen, sir, we aren't on me right now, so please keep it on topic.
Oh, okay.
Well, provide a topic, Sans.
Cantaloupes.
What was that?
Cantaloupes.
Cantaloupes. You know, there are a number. I mean, there is some good fruit in Lego, and there's some stuff that I could do with a build that represents other fruit. But I think there could be some more fruits and vegetables introduced that we haven't seen yet. Like, say, a cob of corn would be nice to see.
That would be great. A cob of corn.
And along the same lines, there are some animals that they could easily introduce that would make a big difference. But I focus on the kind of the builds that I do that are typically you'll have forests or like a lot of the castle builds where it'd be nice to have a few more birds, like the white perched bird is. I was so happy to see that. If they could come out with like a brown or tan one of that, a few more like a squirrel would be fantastic.
The white bird, like the one that was in that recent Friends polybag type kind of thing, or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, squirrel. I mean, a squirrel, away from the Friends line would be pretty awesome. I mean, just you're like you said, animals would be, animals are always welcome because you always need them to liven up everything. So.
Well, and I really, really hope they use that deer from Harry Potter in a non-translucent form because that would be such a nice piece if they would.
You know what you could do with that deer? You could always spray paint it.
I was just about to say.
Oh my God! Get off the spray paint. Yeah, I mean, well, that's right. I mean, because it's licensed right now, so as a Bazoom yells squirrel. So
well, the bird is technically licensed too, even though it's not. The white bird and the turquoise bluebird are supposedly licensed. Their definition of license is very
buddy.
broad or irregular.
He's trying to build, but he doesn't have any fingers, so I don't know how that's going to work. So he's going to jump.
It could work. We could try to get Duplo done.
Maniac says, don't know what happened to the live chat. Feels like I'm a fly on the wall of a group chat I wasn't invited to. Well, the chat sometimes here doesn't fly very fast. It just depends on the night and what's going on. I mean, what the topic of discussion is and how much of bashing of Star Wars we're doing and stuff like that. I guess it just depends on what people want to talk about, I guess. I mean, the animals though is a good thing. It would be nice to see some additions for that. That'd be kind of nice. I mean, you're right. Since it's licensed right now, and it's translucent, the chances of seeing it, in areas where we'd like to see it are probably pretty slim. So
yeah, like that otter, I don't expect we're going to see that in the set. Oh, that would be nice, and the hare. But when you're getting redundancy like that too, we've already got a rabbit. I'm not as concerned. Plus, the otter is something you're not going to be able to use that often with seeming extremely repetitive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of that stuff. I mean, just like anything else. I mean, you'd have to figure out a way to use it in, like you said, like in a nature type layout. You might be able to find a use.
It's like the skunk was nice to get, but again, I can't use that in every castle build I do because we wouldn't see skunks everywhere.
Joey, Mr. Hinkle isn't here at this moment. Please leave a message after the tone.
Beep.
No one leave a tone. The message was already left in the chat.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of the different animals and stuff. I mean, it's nice. Those are nice. Different, the corn cob would be awesome. That would be have a nice way to have it attached to like some of the different stems or the pieces you'd use to make it into a corn stalk. Would be really nice. Guess we'll see. I mean,
I would guess if they were going to do it, they would have done it with the corn figure, though.
If they're going to do it, it'll probably be on a printed cylinder.
Unless, of course, they want to bring back farm. I mean, if they were to bring back farming, maybe they're saving stuff like that. But I don't know. I mean, I keep dreaming, that they'll bring it back, but I mean, I don't know if they will. So. It's one of those city sub teams that really hasn't made an appearance in 11 years. So
I mean, they just released that combine last year, didn't they?
Yeah, that's
the Batman Dark Harvester about 3 or 4 years ago. I mean,
that one I got 5 or 6 of that set because I hadn't seen farming in so long. I had to get a few of those just for the
just can't imagine farming sold well when it was available.
That was my thought too.
I think they should re-release it. But
the other thing too is you have to realize too is, I mean, when it was last out, I mean, the other thing too is you had a lot less Lego stores too. So I mean, there was probably
you had Toys R Us. I remember seeing that at Toys R Us, Walmart. I mean, Target. You had just as many stores out there selling it.
Personally, as a child buying Lego at the time, I went for the spaceships that could shoot stuff over the tractors that are quite literally everywhere across the United States.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I remember when I was younger, my mom always wanted me to get the farm stuff, but I was super into Star Wars at the time, and I'm like, all I wanted was Star Wars, and now I'm like, oh, that farm is now like $200, and I'm kicking myself for not just giving in and being like, yep, I want this.
Yeah, but how much would that Star Wars stuff you bought be worth right now?
Yeah, I would imagine Star Wars overall is worth more than corn.
Yeah.
Are you guys still talking about Star Wars?
No, we're talking about corn, Mr. Hinkle.
Corn and Star Wars. Star Wars, corn. I don't know.
We're talking about custom. We're talking about new. We were talking about new elements, like new maybe vegetables, fruits, and then possibly animals.
Yeah, whoever brought up the topic's pretty stupid, I have to say, though.
Oh, look, we actually have like a bunch of people in the chat now. It's not just Steve by himself.
Ooh, hello, chat.
I like Steve by himself. He had some good input that I was able to counterpoint or agree with.
Ooh, yes, Fazoom. We could put stud shooters on the harvesters, so it looks like you're shooting out corn when it's offloading into the semi-trailers.
There you go.
I like that. That's a good idea. Yeah. It's a good way to unload corn. Yeah.
I am
That's
still alive.
usually how I unload.
I am
corn.
still alive, Joey.
Mr. Hinkle, how did your room go in Brick World?
Oh, it went okay.
I
I
wanted to come over, but I was kind of stuck the whole time.
Well, weren't you hosting your own?
I was. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I was in the Guilds of Historica, and I spent an hour in Star Wars. So
Yeah, I really enjoyed myself. I honestly feel like it was the fastest 3 hours I've ever streamed, and I stream for 3 hours all the time.
Nice.
So it was like a blitz, and it was done.
well, that's good.
I was never overwhelmed, so I feel like the room kind of stayed around 15 people most of the time.
Mhm.
There was a couple folks that were from the community that hung out for most of the time, which I definitely appreciate. So that was nice. Like Brickhead family was in my room almost the whole time, so that was fun. And there was a couple others. As Chris said in the chat, Chris was there and he threw out a monorail thing and giggled and ran away.
So, rumor has it, one of the Kevins here doesn't like monorail, a universally loved thing by AFOLs worldwide.
No, I don't care. I don't care about monorail. I mean, I don't hate it, but I also don't love
Gasp.
it. I just don't care about it.
For shame, you dare call yourself a fan of Lego as an adult.
But here's the thing. Going back to the main topic, I was really inspired by the positive response I got to make more content about like walkthroughs,
Nice.
like very much my inner art teacher, channeling my inner art teacher.
So, like walking through how you came up with sketches and stuff, or concepts,
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
Yeah,
Nice.
here actually, I'll grab it because I still have the thing I agree.
Yeah, for me, the Guilds of Historica one went just fine because I had plenty to talk about. Everything I did was custom. With my Star Wars one, I had thrown together a build that had largely sets for the vehicles, so I didn't have that much to talk about. It was a decent sized build, but that didn't work as well.
Well, so I was, I guess, kind of opposite. I was afraid that there would be dead air, but I never stopped talking, which I guess is good. So
Yep, that's good.
I started off with this, and I literally just walk people through like, this is how I draw a minifigure. Here's all the breakdown of shapes. This is how light falls on the objects. This is how I shade with a marker. This is how I shade with a pencil. Here's how I shade with the Copic markers. Details like that. So I did this. This was probably like 30 minutes.
Uh-huh.
So we went through that, and then after that, I said, all right, now let's take your requests, and we'll draw what you want. And so somebody requested Man-Bat, so I did that. And then the next request was the Mandalorian, so I did that. And then that was probably a good 20 minutes each for those.
Yep.
And then I stopped, and then we got new people in, so I did another walkthrough of my process. So I started completely over and did it again. Went through how light hits the objects, drew another figure to show the whole process. And then I ended it with Left Shark, which was Brickhead Families. Like these two walkthroughs, and then drawing these three was like the 3 hours solid. I ran into Dave Pickett's time by about 7 minutes. But he was already there, and he was like running a poll. So he's like, all right, we're gonna do the poll, and while we're doing the poll, you guys are gonna watch Kevin finish that shark. And so, but it was really good. I had a good time doing it. Of course, the other question is, did I have any type of impact to my business? Because I had my my business sticker out there the whole time, and I was talking about where people could find me. I don't think I felt any type of bump anywhere in that regard, but I wasn't exactly expecting it. So, but I had a good time. I was very inspired, so I'll probably do more content like that on my own.
Cool.
Are you taking requests now?
At this very second, no.
Can you?
You physically can.
Will you?
Probably not.
Did he just leave us again without even saying anything?
No, I just went to go put that paper back up.
Well, you didn't hear what we were saying, and it was in regards to you, so...
So I guess, yes, I walked away. What did you say?
My abandonment issues can only take so much more.
I'm sorry, yes. I apologize.
I don't.
You didn't leave me.
And welcome back to this UCS Y-Wing.
So, are you taking requests now, then?
No. Oh, I need to wait. Leave it up for a second, Reed. I need to switch my camera, and I can't see it when you minimize me. Hold on.
You're constantly minimizing him, Reed. You got to knock that
There,
off.
look. See, there it is. There we go.
No, Howie. I was thinking of the cabbage merchant with his cart of cabbages from Avatar in minifig format, with the cart having specific element or Lego elements that are real, so I could replicate it.
Well, so Brian, Bricks O'Brien is watching Avatar for the first time in his life right now.
Gosh, 54 years old and he's just now getting to it. What a waste.
54.
Yeah. Movie wasn't that great, anyways.
He's enjoying
not the movie.
He's enjoying it.
Oh, the TV series?
Yeah.
Oh, never seen that either. Well,
Ooh, definitely worth your time.
Was that definitely
worth your time? Yes.
It's one of my favorite animated shows of all time.
Korra, you can give or take, but The Last Airbender, yeah, it's rated like one of the top 15 shows. Period.
I thought that Korra did a really good job adding even more like lore building and universe and stuff.
Yeah, I absolutely love it, but their storytelling for that was a little bit rough, and some of the forced things at the end, especially, were forced.
Forced things at the end.
Yes, so you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Did you ever read any of the graphic novels for any?
I have read into everything.
Are they worth me buying or no? I don't have.
I wouldn't say necessarily.
No, they're not worth it. That's fine.
No, I'm not saying they're not worth it, but paying that much for what basically is a comic book. If you're not a comic book fan, I wouldn't. Especially since you can get detailed reviews of the story where they share the images, or you could just find the images online. I wouldn't pay for it. But
I'm kind of more like, I like comic books. I have a couple comic books. I don't have a vast comic collection, but I'm more interested in, are there storylines in the comics that are worth me reading and knowing, or is it just like side stories? And I'm like, whatever, I don't need to know.
No. Well, I mean, some of them are side stories. Like there's a few of them where there are collections of side stories throughout like the main Avatar series or Korra series. But then there are others that are continuations. Like the very first trilogy of graphic novels that came out for Avatar, The Last Airbender, was what happens with all the Fire Nation colonies and how that takes place. Then the next three were about Zuko's mother. Then the next three is about Azula taking place. The next three is about Republic City, the foundations of that. Yeah, and then there's a few other stories. And then they're doing graphic novels, not graphic novels, actual novels. They just did a Kyoshi one and her story.
Yeah,
and they're about to release the second book of that.
I would be very interested in like Zuko mother story and stuff like that. That's kind of like.
Oh yeah. No way you would have guessed that's what happened is what actually happened.
Nice. Joey says, still need to watch Legend of Korra. Only watched maybe the first 3 episodes. Never read a graphic novel. I have become the chat, says Joey. I am the voice of the people. Oh no!
Joey.
You need to look at the one earlier. It said earlier today he was 48. They grow up so fast. And Sanskrit was 54 or whatever. So.
Joey, if you continue watching Korra, make sure to pay very, very close to their details. Otherwise, you'll be a little bit unhappy with the ending.
Oh, man.
No, Hinkle, you got it. I mean, you feel the same way, don't you?
I mean, I felt like I watched it and I said, well, that kind of came out of a little bit of nowhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't care that it's the ending. That doesn't bother me. What bothers me is that they didn't set it up, and it feels like they're okay. I don't want to say it because it'll spoil it, but it feels like they're baiting people.
Like I said, almost the same thing when my wife and I watched it together, the whole show, and I remember telling her, I'm like, I don't really mind if that happened, but I kind of mind that it happened out of nowhere. And I was like, what is this?
And then their excuses to not upset the masses or the network. It could get out of here. If you're going to do it, do it. Don't no, it's about that. Yeah, it annoyed me.
Yeah.
No, Joey. No, you say you know detail, but seriously, pay attention to the clues and hints or you will be dissatisfied.
I am dissatisfied. Oh boy. All right, I'm gonna take the UCS out of the shot.
Oh, does that mean you're going to start drawing? I have a recommendation.
I'm gonna start taking the.
Are you going to put the Wyman microfighter in the shot now instead?
Yeah.
Knew it.
Joey, you say you got it, but I have a strong suspicion you're going to be disappointed just like everyone else.
Do it.
Do it, young Skywalker.
Oh boy. Did you all know M. Lego's still alive?
He's still,
He's still
alive.
he's tweaking his helicopter.
He's moonlighting on other YouTube Lego building shows right now.
Moonlighting.
Oh no, Joey, it's not you. It's the show.
It stands.
No, seriously, it's the show.
It's not you. It's me.
No, well, I'm not taking the blame for poor writing.
Yeah, Fazoom's saying there are other Lego shows. No, not really. Not on Friday night. This is the only one.
Not this
Reed,
week.
I hate to burst your bubble,
I bet
but
you.
there are a number of shows going on Friday nights.
Give us the deets, Sam. Where are all the shows right now?
I don't know, but I know they're out there.
I thought it was easy to find this kind of show anywhere out there. If you just spend
It is. You just type in Lego and then put in the filter live.
If you're a true Lego AFOL, you'd just be able to find it on YouTube very easily.
Those words never came out of my mouth.
Oh well, someone's
I feel like
unboxing a Lego haunted house, so yeah, of course that's gonna be.
Oh yeah, Nick's up. I forgot about that.
We just need to get we need to get a track on our boy BFAB because he's in all the streams all the time. So if you get a tracker on him, he'll lead us to all the streams.
Oh no, I know his secret. He subscribes.
Well,
You know that? Does anybody know that song?
What song?
I just heard.
The
True.
Beatles. Do you want to know a secret?
Who's it by?
The Beatles.
I'm guessing.
I've never heard of them. Is that a big band or something?
There's 4 of them.
There's 4 of them. Oh, so I meant like big as in popularity, not numbers. But
Are they obese?
No, they're the Beatles.
yeah, the Beatles, like the bug.
Yeah, the true bug. No, they're not true bugs, right?
No, they're
Oh yeah, they're true bugs.
I don't know. They kind of sound like a bunch of wannabes to me. I don't know.
Lego Ideas, the Beatles set. The yellow, like yellow.
They have a Lego set? How big of a band are they? They must be pretty popular.
what timeline are we in?
Highline?
What timeline?
What's a timeline?
What? Something with Doctor Strange here. I need to know what timeline.
Original Back to the Future timeline before Doc does any kind of time travel.
Oh, did you watch that movie about the Beatles that came out, I think last year, about how everybody just forgot that they existed, and except for like one Indian dude?
I still need to see that movie.
You what?
I still need to see that yesterday movie.
I thought it sounded interesting, but I haven't seen it.
It was decent. I enjoyed it.
Well,
Cool.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
You know that thing when instead of someone sending one message, they send 18
Yeah.
and continue to send more?
Yeah. Like they're basically unloading their unconscious or subconscious conversation to you via one word text.
Yeah, not one paragraph, but like multiple baby fragmented sentences. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Hinkle, I heard a rumor that the paparazzi are after you, and they're trying to get you in their show.
Who's that?
I can't confirm my sources.
The paparazzi?
The paparazzi, yes.
Is that a channel?
They work on a channel.
Oh, I mean, I know what paparazzi means.
Well, I assumed you did.
Nobody has reached out to me.
No, well, of course not. They don't want to give away their cover.
Is this supposed to be a setup of some kind?
I don't know. I'm just speaking in rumors.
Oh, well, I haven't seen or heard anything.
I hear you're rather fond of this paparazzi.
Ooh, nice. It's a friend of mine?
Well, if you consider people on the internet that you hardly know in real life friends, then yes.
Sometimes I do.
Ah,
Oh, I consider you a friend, Sam.
who said that? Was that the Beetle? I'm joking, Wagner.
Don't worry, I wasn't offended or anything.
I don't know. Your shoulders are pretty tense there.
Your shoulders.
My gut was pretty tense.
Well, I didn't say that. I said shoulders.
We got 4 dislikes now? There's a lot of hate on this stream.
Okay, I only mentioned the bombings 4 times. Okay, that makes sense. Never mind. You think they would get over it? That was like 80 years ago.
Worst debate.
Did you guys see? I was reading the news. I didn't go in depth into the article, but it was looking like maybe China's about to shut down again.
Oh no, COVID-20.
Yeah. Well, they opened up, and it looks like they were starting to see a resurgence of stuff again. So,
Sadly, it's not surprising.
yeah, it's not surprising. But I was like, well, there's that thing I was waiting for.
Oh, so you mean it's going to happen with us since everybody's opening back up and it's not fully dealt with?
What?
What?
That's insane. We haven't gotten to the "it just goes away tomorrow" stage yet. I thought we were almost there.
That was April.
No, I mean, how often does that actually happen? It happened once with AIDS, once with the bubonic plague. So what? Twice in recent history?
You mean when it magically goes away?
Well,
Yes.
the bubonic plague didn't magically go away. They figured
Oh,
out.
yeah, just half the world's population died. So yeah, that kind of magically went away. And you never hear anybody talking about AIDS, so clearly it's an irrelevant problem.
Chris in the chat says he's texting a lady at the CDC every day to protect his church kids.
Can I get another dislike?
Can you get another dislike?
Another one? Come on. Guys.
Dislike if you hate AIDS.
That's.
God.
It's like you can't win that one.
We'll take it who they're disliking if it's maybe it's certain people on the show, so I know who to not have again. That'd be better.
Hey, Wagner, you better be careful. I think we both know who he's talking about.
I think we both do.
I think that we should probably inform the person he's referring to.
Uh-oh.
And Lego, it's been a real pleasure, but you will no longer be on the email list.
Yeah, I doubt that. I mean, he's quiet. He's less threatening than most. So
And that's the problem. He's
My
not
favorite-
contributing enough.
My favorite was when Sam's like, no. When Kevin says Lego's moonlighting on other streams and he just doesn't respond at all. So that was a highlight. Hey, Joey, I just watched your Instagram TV video. Did you call yourself Josh Mumbaroni? Is that what you called yourself?
What?
I listened to it several times, and I was trying to understand what you said it really quick because you're like, it's your boy. It sounds like Josh Mumbaroni is what it sounds
Is
like.
he in a mob now?
I don't know if Mumbaroni is a mob name.
I don't know what else it would be aligned with.
I mean, I could have heard it wrong.
An Italian non-mob, right?
I mean, have you ever met an Italian that wasn't actively taking place in a mob?
Yes. 6 dislikes. 6 dislikes.
What? Talking about the mafia? I'm not condoning them.
No, it's only
every
at,
Italian's in the mob.
only at 4. Josh Mumbo. Okay. Josh Mumbo. Where did I get? What was the very next word you said? It sounded like Mumbaroni. I do. I love the quick videos. The quick videos are the best, Joe.
You are familiar with 2 times speed, are you not?
Huh?
You're familiar with 2 times speed, right?
No, I don't. That I have difficulty. Like I usually stick at 1.5.
What? Oh, you got to work your way up.
Well, sometimes depending on which stream I'm watching, I can move it up higher, and I'm comfortable.
Because I'm not doing any Zoom. That's it.
2 times speed lets you watch twice the content in half the time.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that's how math works.
See, the thing for me,
quite like that.
the thing that I like is I'll listen to a lot of streams after the fact when I'm working, and so I can kind of just focus on my work and listen to the stream. But as I increase the speed or the playback speed of the stream, when I start getting to that 1.75 to 2 times the speed, I actually have to focus to hear what they're saying, and then I stop focusing on the work.
Your multitasking skills drops.
Yeah.
Or efficiency, I should say.
Oh, okay. The next word was ready. It's your boy Josh Mumbo ready. Okay. Maybe you should take that name though, Joey. Call yourself Josh Mumbaroni. Josh Mumbaroni.
And start up a mafia while you're at it.
The Brick Orphanage is here.
Yes.
That'll be more popular once the mafia is active.
Hey, Brick Orphanage, welcome, welcome.
Yes, welcome.
Get it? Because mob members, orphan children. That's get it. But no, okay.
Are you back home now, Sam?
It was a stretch.
I've been.
I don't know. You were going out. You were doing a stroll, like you were strolling around town.
I was walking around the property, getting a little bit of exercise in.
That's nice.
How big is your estate?
The estate, good sir, good sir. The driveway alone is 2.5 miles long. But that is the peasants' driveway. We, however, have a much finer, classier road, paved in solid gold, don't you know?
Let's see. Joey says, maybe. I like Josh Mumbo as it was. You don't have to change anything just because I say so, Joey. It's your content.
I don't know. Who has more subscribers?
He does.
Oh, never mind.
Joey can actually make money from YouTube. I can't make anything from YouTube.
I wish I knew what that was like.
Well, you got to make videos, man.
Hey, they say that. However, I see a steady growth curve in my future, and if I just give it another 8 to 16 years, I'll be at 1,000 subscribers in no time.
1,018 years?
8 to 16. 8 to 16.
YouTube won't be around in 8 to 16.
Yeah, it'll be a totally different platform.
The internet.
Okay, well, my path is no longer as clear as it once was. I have a lot of reconsidering to do. I know. I'll just upload tomorrow. That'll fix it.
Maybe you can use SansTube.
SansTube, that would be cool.
SansTube? That's great.
I don't have the finances to run the proper equipment it takes to have a website like YouTube.
Welcome to SansTube. Sans content all the time.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that'll have.
SansTube is the new way. I mean, that's how you're going to broadcast your first SansCon, right?
Of course.
Joe says, I have more subscribers and can make money from YouTube, but Kevin has more outreach and makes money from real talent. Well, Joey, if you're upset with your channel as is, I have an offer you can't refuse. Sans
you take no, huh?
Sans is a YouTube consultant.
Oh, a consultant, but this is a much better deal than I usually give out. All you have to do is take down all of your videos off your channel and download them to your computer. Give me your login access. I'll upload all my videos on that channel, and you can have my channel where you upload all of your videos. All we're doing is trading subscriber numbers. You get a soft reset where you get to feel like you're starting a brand new subscriber count. You're taking the world by its cojones and doing you once more, and I'll just take care of that old channel that's just causing you nothing but pain and trouble.
Chris says I have a channel with tens of followers. 2 tens.
Yeah. You know.
And Joey, if you say anything but yes to my offer, you clearly don't want your problems to be fixed.
Why? Is it an offer you can't refuse?
Well, I'm not a part of a mafia, so no.
Oh, you're not Italian?
I don't believe I am.
I think Sans is one of the people that's most removed from Italian that I know.
I don't know. Have you seen my thick, black, greasy hair? Oh, wait, that's racist. Never mind. It's fine. I can say it. I think I'm related to an Italian.
Chris did his first real video today. Congratulations. I don't even. Let me go take a look. I might not be subscribed to you. Let's see. For Zoom.
Joey, you don't understand. I would be going from a channel that brings in nothing to a channel that brings in a tiny bit more than nothing. It's a huge leap for me.
I have corrected my error. I am your 34th sub, Chris. And also, Reed, we're up to 5 dislikes now.
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
Who's going to get it?
Who keeps disliking the stream?
Which one?
Well,
Which was? Oh, there he is. Yeah, 34. Okay, I'm 35, so he's up to 35 subscribers.
I'm gonna like it. There, it's up at 5 now because I just
You know who Chris is, right, Reed? You know who Zoom is.
I think so.
He's the guy that did the Lego Factory. What was it? Star Justice, the Star Justice set.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. I mean, I now did they do a stream recently where he was talking about that recently?
I mean, he's been on a bunch of streams with Julian.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think I remember seeing that because he mentioned that. And I was like, yeah, because I have both those sets. I have the Star Justice and the other one. I mean, they're still in the box. I bought them, I think, back in the day for parts. I mean, they're just sitting on the shelf. I mean,
right.
You have sets still in boxes, Reed?
Huh?
You have sets still in boxes? Really?
Yeah, I know. Isn't it kind of crazy? You know?
Weird. Who would do that?
Yeah, and then Chris says, "Yep, that's me." And yeah, the other set, the Space Skulls. That one, I think that was Mark Sandlin, right? That was Chris did Star Justice and Mark did Space Skulls. Unless I'm mistaken, I think that was it. But that is Chris. That is Chris. That is for Zoom. It all comes together.
Yeah, that's good. I remember that set. I mean, they were both pretty good. I think the Space Scope had a part in there. I was thinking I might need or something, and I bought it for that. But they were cheap when I finally got them. But yeah, they were on the shelf.
You should add. I mean, if he's okay with it, you should add Chris to your email list because he's been getting more active with streams and stuff when he's available.
Why? Who are you looking to replace, Kevin?
Huh?
Who are you looking to replace?
Kevin?
Well, if I get back to Zoom, I don't have to replace anybody.
Are we back to this awkward conversation again?
Kevin's the one that's trying to imply other people need to be invited.
Yeah, come on, Mr. Hinkle, just come clean. Who is it? Which one of us?
So Chris, just send me an email to scoop_shovel@yahoo.com. I'll get you on the list.
He says
apparently Reed's very eager to replace someone too.
Hinkle's first job was putting my set on clearance. It kind of was. Let's see. Joey,
oh, wow.
Don't have either set, just a small ship and minifigures to the Space Skull set. So you have the minifigures, Joey? The ones with the stickers on the torsos?
Like the McDonald's minifigure.
Yes.
Where is it? I can try this.
Wait.
I think that was the best minifigure system they had when you had to put the stickers on the torsos.
That's the worst. That was the absolute.
I was gonna say that would be the worst.
That was the bottom of the barrel.
Who would buy
I feel like
that?
you guys just don't understand Sans.
Yeah, I don't think you understand the opportunities minifigs with stickers give you.
The opportunities.
You could put the decal on a wall.
You could put it on a wall.
Opportunities.
You could also put it on a ball.
A wall, ball. You could put it on a really small object.
Okay, you were supposed to. But I.
You were supposed to keep it going. You were supposed to say you could put the stickers on with a fox, and I was going to be like, you could also put them on a box.
You could also put them on a fox.
No, it's far too late for that. You ruined it.
Sorry.
What is that?
So that weather,
What weather?
the weather.
What weather? What are we talking about weather for?
Grammar, but we just have words coming out. Dead air is bad air.
I'm more fascinated with. Oh, we're at 6 dislikes.
Ooh, speaking of dislikes, my brother told me of a quote today from the presidential candidate Joe Biden.
Okay, I'm ready.
I want it on a T-shirt. He said, "If you're picking Trump over me, then you ain't black."
Is that he said that?
Yeah, he did. It was on Charlemagne the God's radio show.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, Biden. That's not
Is that the one that I think everybody thinks it wasn't meant to be the way that it was said or whatever? You know?
I don't know how else you could take that. I don't what combinations of words could you replace that to make it not what it is?
Well, you could have been joking, but either way,
Speaking of things that were said that should be on a T-shirt, I heard when I was watching Doc's Virtual News, your comment, Sans, where you said, "I build for fun, not for glory." I was like, "Oh, that totally needs to be an AFOL shirt." Like, I build for fun, not for glory.
I thought I said pleasure, but yeah.
I build for glory, not for fun.
Okay, glory hog.
Fazoom wants to know what Brickfreak is building.
Oh,
don't worry about it.
The 2008 Death Star.
Okay, when I say don't worry about it, you're not supposed to give them the answer.
Well, they asked. I didn't want to be rude.
But I was rude for you, so it's fine.
Sans, it's it's kind of like the opposite of a fairy godmother. It's like a really horrible person.
Okay. Kevin, did you just say that because of my Prince Charming hair?
I mean, yes.
Yes. I was like, okay, that's got to be a connection to my.
Mr. Hinkle, you know it's a sin in not only some religions, but your religion specifically to lie.
Oh, you want to get into religion now? You've gotten into
Wait,
I'm hitting all the key points.
And
no, we're still sitting at 6, everybody.
And life and death.
We're still at 6.
You're just gonna brush that to the side that you fibbed?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Sans, I haven't been to church since March.
That's even worse.
I know, it is worse.
You step foot into one now, you're just gonna catch on fire.
Pretty much.
Do you speak from experience, Sans?
I can't speak on that.
He can speak on that.
Ooh, did you know you're on Doc's next news video now?
Nice.
Yeah, you called me a horrible person.
Doc will just laugh and agree.
Okay. I gotta find these 4 pieces. Well, I've gotten this far. I think I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, it looks like a great frisbee from here.
So you already had it built and you're just fixing it.
Are you planning to throw it?
No. Well,
throw it to me. I'll catch it with my teeth.
Okay. Hey, this is the story of
Mandy Brady.
I was actually looking for something that was under the Death Star, and I couldn't move it because younger me couldn't move this thing. This thing was huge.
Younger me. How long ago was that?
Well, probably when I was 10 or 11, I would guess.
So what? Last year?
No, I'm 18 now.
That was 2 years ago, Kevin.
2 years ago. I'm sorry.
Yeah, when his hair was slightly shorter.
Yes. I like that. Okay. So I was looking for something that I thought was under the Death Star. It wasn't under there. This thing goes, million pieces.
Can we get a dramatic recreation from what you have built now?
Yeah. Well, I was going to say if you could do it with a Lego animation.
Yeah, but actually show us so we have a good visual and we can understand the pain and suffering you went through.
We need to see the bricks kind of flying everywhere.
Yeah, so drop
I
it.
don't want to drop it. I'm just.
Higher, drop it.
Well, how are we supposed to have an understanding of what happened if you don't actually do what happened? You have to recreate the traumatic events.
Like, moving it like this, and then it just went like.
No, but I didn't see any bricks fall off there. You got to actually do it.
Like,
I thought it was a good half-hearted effort.
Yeah. I gotta fix this now. And it's set in a box for, gosh, I don't know how long.
Poor Brickfreak.
Oh man, I wish I knew what it was like having a UCS Death Star in a box.
There, somewhere out there's a Sith Lord just waiting to get you as an apprentice, Brickfreak. Just waiting.
It can't be. Nope, it's gonna spoil Star Wars. I'm not gonna say it. Okay.
You're not going to spoil Star Wars?
No, I was gonna say something, but then I'm like, well.
How could you possibly spoil a movie that old and that well known?
I was gonna talk about the new one, but then I'm like, well, there's gonna be that one person out there who's gonna be like, I haven't seen it. So I'm like, nope.
Okay, I don't know if that's possible.
Well, sure it is. Anything's possible.
The original Star Wars movie, you don't think there's a person out there that's on the internet that doesn't know a single thing about the story?
I used to work with a lady at Lego who had never seen any of the films, period.
Not okay. I know not everybody's watched them, but I would be willing to go out on a limb and say the majority of people know about Star Wars and the basic details about.
Oh, yeah, in general.
In the U.S., maybe.
You know, the only reason I even know that is because I remember she had to do a Star Wars marketing campaign, and she was like, "Can you please help me with this? Because I've never seen Star Wars."
And remember, there are a lot of people out there that just aren't in geek culture that probably don't know much at all about it.
No, but I mean, as big as Star Wars is now in everyone's life.
I agree that you don't need to worry about spoiling it, but I do feel there are people out there that have never seen it that don't know much at all about it.
Joey says Sans is in raw, salty form tonight. Quip after quip. Welcome back, buddy.
I don't like how people assume, like Reed, that I'm salty when I am not.
This is just normal Sans.
Yeah, I don't care about what other people think. I'm not unwilling to go toe-to-toe in a discussion with them, but I don't actually care about their opinion. It's theirs.
Are you going to help BFAB co-host his podcast?
See, I'm torn on that.
Salty, sweet.
Podcasts are something that shouldn't exist at the quantity that they do.
Aren't you essentially podcasting right now, Stans?
This is entirely different.
Okay.
I got good news and bad news, guys.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Bad news is this part of this stream is ending, and we are moving to Zoom.
What? Wait, is that a good idea?
Why?
Hold on. Reed, hold on. Wait a second. Last time you tried to do that, the whole stream shut down. Maybe we should just stick with what's working.
Is this
actually how can I get a dislike when I am live on Zoom right now? I have two live streams going at once.
I think this is a poor idea.
I'll accept the other one, the other invite.
Do you really have? How can you have two live streams going on your channel at the same time?
Because I have two live streams going on my YouTube channel at one time.
Wait. Oh no, I don't like this. This is bad. This does not make me feel good.
Freak. Did you just say that, Reed? And there's not actually another live stream going.
There's a live stream.
That was of you.
There it is.
That's one technique, right? That's one way to go about it.
I'm not going, Reed.
I don't. Yeah, I feel like it could cause issues.
Well, I mean, it's actually 8
If there's
minutes.
anyone that knows anything about causing issues, it stands.
Exactly. I don't appreciate that, but exactly.
I am gonna go put my kid to bed.
Are you coming back?
Put my kid to bed. So.
Or wait.
You're driving me away, Reed.
Wait, are you two coming back?
I'm not.
Probably.
We can't just leave both. Are you serious?
You're all mad. Hey, but look, Chris is in the chat. He's been active. Joey's been active.
Yep,
Joey's gone. He said bye. He left.
Lego's already over there. Turner's over there.
You two. It's Friday night. It's time to untie your hair and get wild.
I sent an invite to Bazoom. He can jump on if he wants to.
Tie your hair. All right. I'll see you guys later.
Have a good night.
Later.
Bye, Sam.
Bye, Sands.
This is not fair.
See you later, Reed.
See ya. Bye, Sans.